Giant linebacker Lawrence Taylor is just awesome. Last week, he sacked Philadelphia's Ron Jaworski 3 times. Usually he lines up right. Here he was on the left, Jaworski in the middle. And when you look for the ball on the Washington offense, look for John Riggins, number 44. He's rushed 137 times this year, and today with 2 more will join Brown, Simpson, Harris, and Payton with 2,000 carries. But Washington's game will depend on Joe Theismann, in the pocket or out of the pocket, to throw over the Giant defense. It's the 3-3 Giants against the 5-1 Redskins on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, the New York Giants against the Washington Redskins.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. This should be a heck of a football game here at RFK Stadium. Temperature 36 degrees. Some snow is forecast for later in the afternoon, and we have a sellout crowd. Checking the standings, we see the Redskins can clinch a berth in the Super Bowl tournament if they win today, and perhaps the Giants, with their 3-3 record, are headed in the same direction. But New York has some teams in their conference with identical records, so it is an extremely important game for the New York Giants today. I'm Jack Buck with Hank Stram alongside. The Redskins are hale and hearty, very few injuries to deal with. Meanwhile, the Giants, Hank, have a problem with their middle guard position.
Yes, Bill Neal, number 77, who plays over the center, hurt his knee last week against Philadelphia, but they say he's ready to play. And in case there's a problem, Jim Burt will occupy that position, but the coaches feel between the 2 of them, they'll get it done.
This place is rocking already. How do you see the matchup?
Well, I think no question about the fact that offensively they're about even. Defensively, the Giants have a definite advantage. The Giants have an advantage from a punting standpoint. The Redskins have an advantage place kicking. It looks like it's going to be an even game jump ball.
Maybe overtime. And they had resodded the field this month, and that's strange at this time of year.
It is very strange. Walking on it, it looks good from way up here, but it doesn't feel too good, and I think it could be a problem.
And the Giants have a new coach. It's already been announced. Ray Perkins leaving at the end of the year. How's that going to affect the Giants?
I don't think it'll affect the Giants any way at all. I think they'll play with the same level of efficiency. I think the only problem when you change a coach is the problem for the assistant coaches and their apprehension about what's going to happen in the future. But beyond that, it will not affect their play today.
Well, the home-standing Redskins have won the toss, and there's Joe Danello. He'll kick it off from left to right, and we hope you enjoyed the telecast. There's Mike Nelms. You see his kick return average, and he can burn you at the outset, his longest of the year, 58 yards. But he hasn't broken any for touchdowns. The special teams of the Washington Redskins are just terrific. And we talked with Joe Gibbs, their head coach. He told us that's the best unit that they have going, their special teams.
Mention the fact, Jack, that they have to play everybody on their roster, 45 people, to maintain and get as much efficiency as they possibly can, and they all contribute and have done a great job.
Danello boots it off to the right, and it is taken by Alvin Garrett. Garrett, a tough little guy, came across the 20, 25, but didn't get to the 30-yard line, and that's the way it starts. So the old Notre Damer, Joe Theismann, number 7, rushes onto the field. That tackle was made by Joe McLaughlin, by the way. Theismann, the quarterback. Joe Washington, John Riggins in the backfield. Art Monk and the second-year man, Charlie Brown, the wide receivers. And the offensive line, Don Warren, Joe Jacoby, Russ Grimm, Jeff Bostic, Mark May, and George Stark. The ball is at the Redskins, 27. Motion by the tight end. I'll give to Riggins. He makes his cut and gets good yards. That's a typical John Riggins run. The tackle made by Phil Tabor, the defensive end. Let's check him up front for the New York Giants. McGriff starts against the run, and then Martin comes in a passing situation. Bill Neal is in there, and Phil Tabor, the defensive end. The linebackers are terrific. Van Pelt, Kelly Carson, and Taylor. And the deep backs are Mark Haynes, Terry Jackson, Bill Courier, Beasley Reese. And it is 2nd down and 4 for Washington. Redskins beat the Giants the first time they played. Riggins again, and nothing doing this time. There was great penetration by Lawrence Taylor. Hank, you've really got to work to keep Lawrence Taylor away from the ball.
You have to have a tight end on him all the time, somebody blocking him all the time, or a big back or a tight end on him, because anytime he's in this position, they didn't want him in this position very often. He's free, and anytime he's free, he is murder. Nobody blocks him whatsoever. He gets penetration, makes the tackle in the backfield, but if they don't keep somebody on top of Lawrence Taylor, he's going to have a great afternoon.
3rd down and 7. Washington has not been a really good 3rd down team. Theismann screens it, and it's a 1st down. Little Joe Washington slipped out of the backfield, caught the screen pass, knew how far he had to go, chased out of bounds by Mark Haynes on the corner. And there's a 3rd down conversion for the Redskins.
Joe does a good job of going back into the pocket and acting. He pumps like he's going to throw down the middle, and then throws a screen to the outside to Joe Washington, who's got great quickness and speed. Finally knocked out of bounds, but he makes a nice gain on the play.
We didn't get a chance to tell you, but on that 2nd carry by John Riggins, it was the 2,000th rush of his career. Join Franco Harris, O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, and Walter Payton in that department. Here's a 1st down pass, and they're going to screen it left. Washington again. Used the block, got outside, and got some good yards. He really waited for the block, and Lawrence Taylor chased him up.
The success of that play is dependent on how well the back acts and how patient he is. He must wait for the lineman to get out in front. He did that perfectly, got up the field in good shape, and made another nice gain on a screen pass to the left side. They had double tight ends to the right and a split end on the left that time, throwing a screen pass to Joe Washington.
It's at the Redskin 41. Theismann, of course, has completed his first 2 on those screens. To the left comes Art Monk along with Charlie Brown. 2nd and 7, Washington got a yard or 2. And he was tackled by Mark Haynes, the cornerback, number 36. What do you think of the offensive line of the Redskins?
Well, they've done a good job, Jack. Coming into the game, there we see a good picture of Ray Perkins going up and down the sideline. And of course, he calls all the plays for the the Giant offense when they have possession. But they have an adequate offensive line, nothing great, but overall they're 4th in total offense, 8 rushing and 5 passing. Not bad.
Clarence Harmon checks in to the Washington offense, number 38. They like to throw to him. Warren in motion. Over the middle, it's the tight end, Don Warren, and that is enough for a 1st down. Out near midfield, wrestled down by Terry Jackson and Brian Kelly, and Theismann is hit on both 3rd down plays.
Don Warren that time read the linebacker. Watch, if we can get a good picture of him. He goes to the inside and then stops and pivots to the outside in the open area. The ball is delivered perfectly. He's missed by Harry Carson, number 53. Finally gang tackling after that miss, but a nicely executed play on the last one to Don Warren.
Ball's at midfield, and motion now by Charlie Brown. The ball is swung out to Brown. He gets 5-6 yards. And Washington's making it all work. They've kept the ball for more than 3 minutes here at the outset. Brian Kelly made the tackle on Charlie Brown. He is out of South Carolina State, and he's one of the new forces in the NFL.
They come at you from a lot of directions. Here he came in motion on the right side, caught the screen pass. You saw Van Pelt get penetration. That's the time you like to throw the screen pass. He made a nice gain on the play, but they're cutting him up right at this early stage of the game with high percentage passes, screens, and runs.
2nd down and 4. Riggins. 1st down inside the 40-yard line for the big 235-pounder out of Kansas. Now in his 12th year. Beasley Reese had to come up from the safety spot to make the tackle.
You know, and all they do, they put a hat on everybody, meaning everybody blocks straight ahead. They try to get a surge off the line of scrimmage, and Riggins does a great job of reading the blocks and running the daylight. And talking about Riggins, look at this. Harris, Simpson, Brown, Payton, and Riggins with 2,001 yards.
That's pretty good company. Another 1st down for the Redskins. Charlie Brown goes in motion. Straight ahead of Riggins. More big yards on a 1st down carry inside the 35. And now the Redskins have kept the ball for 4.5 minutes. That tackle by Lawrence Taylor. There is no score in the game, and the Redskins started from their own 26-yard line. Here the Eagles jumping out in front of Houston by the score of 7-0 in the first quarter. Theismann is 4 out of 4 in the passing department, and they've got the Giants reeling right now.
Yes, they have. And Bill Neal, we have to watch him some. I thought in the pregame warm-up he favored his knee dramatically, and see how he goes along in this game.
Riggins went too deep, and he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage before Kelly got to him. Here's another third down play now for the Washington team. It'll be third down and about 5 yards to go. They have kept the ball for 5 minutes and 20 seconds already. There have been no flags here in the early going. That's refreshing, isn't it?
I talked to John Riggins yesterday and asked him how much he weighed. He's listed as 235. He looks like he's a little heavier than that. He said, I'm afraid to get on the scale. I never get on it once the season starts, but I'm sure he's a little heavier, especially so after the strike.
It is third down and 5, actually about 5.5. Theismann over, and it's picked off by Kelly. Well, that stops the drive, and Kelly, look at the flags come down as Kelly comes across to the 36. Flags are down all over the place on the interception. The flags didn't come down until after the ball had been intercepted. That's only the 6th time that Theismann been picked off this year. And then on the return, there was an illegal block. A lot of the fans here think that the Redskins are going to get the ball back, but they are not. I don't believe. Now, the Redskins are going to lose the ball on the interception. Then the Giants are going to be penalized. It's only a guess on my part right now. The Giants are going to be penalized on the return because the flags didn't come down until later.
I think that's going to be correct. I think that's a correct call, Jack.
The only referee is Freddie Wyant, and he's trying to sort things out because 2 different flags came down. Put it in the computer, Fred. Washington had the ball for 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
You know, talking to Theismann yesterday before the game, and after practice, we talked about his approach for the game, and he said, really, we're so flexible with all the things we do. Here's a call.
Oh, it was illegal use of hands against the Redskins. And was that on the return? Probably. They're going to mark off more yards.
The Giants really definitely have the ball, though, Jack. That's the important thing.
And they have it at the 46-yard line. Tell us about it, Freddie.
Illegal hit in the back, number 44, first down.
Well, that was John Riggins with the illegal block. And a first down for the Giants on the interception by Kelly, his first of the year. And for all the good defense the Giants have played this year, that was only their 7th interception. We have 9:10 left in the first quarter.
Going back into the pocket, trying to throw another high percentage pass. Delivers the ball, and watch Brian Kelly, number 55, makes a fine interception. And now the Giants have possession, 1st and 10. Brian Kelly, number 55.
And it's Scott Brunner under center. He has a bad thumb, but he is starting. He zings it, and it is caught by Perkins, who's back in the lineup, and that probably will be a first down inside the Washington 45.
Perkins did not play last week because he had an eye problem. They experimented a little bit. Go ahead, Jack, with the lineups.
Here's Scott Brunner at quarterback, Rob Carpenter, Butch Woolfolk in the backfield, Ernest Gray and Johnny Perkins are the wide receivers. The line is anchored by Rich Humphrey, the rookie center, with Mulledy, the tight end, Benson, R. Turner, and Gordon King. That was a first down throw to Perkins. Out of the eye, the tailback, Woolfolk, reading it well, drives inside the 40. With a very subtle move that he made, Hank, but it paid off.
I think he read the block of the middle linebacker and went behind the middle linebacker. And that's why he was able to read the play so well and make yardage on the play.
And the defense for the Redskins. And they use the 4-man front with Mendenhall, Butts, Grant, and Manley. And in a passing situation, McGee. The linebackers, Kaufman, Olkowitz, and Malat. And the deep backs, White, Dean, the rookie, Peters, and Murphy. 2nd down and 5. He is quick coming off the ball. He brought Woolfolk down after no gain.
But you have to understand, he came all the way over from his right end position, number 72, Dexter Manley, in hot pursuit, and did a good job of making the tackle from the backside.
And as a result, it is 3rd and 5. And it's the Cleveland Browns jumping out in front of the Steelers, 3-0 first quarter. Detroit ahead of Minnesota 7-0 first quarter. Here, no score. It's 3rd and 5. Double wing shotgun. We saw a bad snap last week. This one is good. Bruner steps up and throws and is caught by Carpenter. He has a first down inside the 30. Carpenter made the reception, and Darrell Grant, number 77, made the tackle, and now the Giants have a good drive going. They're down to the 28 of Washington.
Another high percentage pass, just like playing catch, Jack. Delivers it right inside to Carpenter, number 26. He just anchored between the linebackers and in front of the linebackers. He got the ball to him perfectly.
Long time since the Giants have had two running backs of this sort at the same time. Perkins goes in motion. There's a first down pass. Look at there. Touchdown. Touchdown to Perkins. He went in motion, shook loose, and the Giants jump out in front. The last time they played, Washington got out in front 21-0, but now the Giants have the lead.
That was a crossing pattern. Perkins came in motion from the right side, went all the way over across the field, and the key, Jack, the key was they got no pass rush whatsoever. Watch Perkins come across. Watch Jarvis White with him, and now he breaks all the way across the other side of the field. There he breaks wide open. The ball is delivered perfectly, but Bruner had all the time in the world to make the throw, and as a result, they have a touchdown, and the Giants go ahead 6-0.
Powell has been perfect on extra points all year. He's now 12 for 12, and it's 7-0 with 6:33. Johnny Perkins has his second touchdown pass of the year.
Yes, and he had an eye problem last week and did not play, and they experimented with some fiberglass protection before the game. It did not work. Now he's wearing regular goggles, just like Jefferson wears for Green Bay and Muncie for the San Diego Chargers, and it looks like it's not going to be a problem.
5 plays, 54 yards, 28-yard touchdown pass, 2 minutes 37 seconds. Joe Danello kicking it for the second time to Mike Nelms. First time these two teams met, the Redskins won at 27-17 after getting ahead 21-0. The Giants are first on the board. Nice high kick, should be well covered. Giants have it well covered. Oh, what a big hit inside the 15-yard line. The Giants' special teams are no slouches, and the tackler on that one was Mike Dennis, the defensive back, number 46. How'd you like that hit, Senor?
Well, that's the way you have to pop them. Watch the contact. Watch the hit right here. Beautiful shot. And he got the shoulder into the tackle, wrapped his arms around him. Mike Dennis, really a beautiful tackle, number 46, and played his collegiate football at Wyoming.
With a 10-yard return out to the 12-yard line of the Redskins. They have a long way to go. Short time to get there. The pass is overthrown. He had Charlie Brown out there. He was hurried just a little bit, wasn't he?
He was. Tabor got some penetration, and he had to try to throw over the top of Tabor, and that's why the ball went way over the top of the receiver.
Temperature is 38 degrees. They say rain, and then freezing rain, and then snow, and then heavy snow in the Washington area before the day is over.
How about Ray Perkins? Every time we talk to Ray, he talks about bad weather, hopes that he gets bad weather, looking forward to bad weather. He might get some today.
A little psychological ploy he uses with his team.
Yes, and he'll be ready if it is a bad day.
2nd and 10. Theismann long down the right sideline. Charlie Brown. Great catch. First down out at the 38. Wasn't that something? Mark Haynes trying to cover. He would have needed a step ladder.
Charlie Brown releasing downfield, double cover. He gets bumped at the line of scrimmage. Haynes is looking to the inside and does not react as well. Lost the ball. He lost the ball completely, and for that reason, Charlie Brown flicks him and makes the catch.
There's a subtle point to be made there. Charlie Brown got his knees inbound. It's just like getting your feet inbounds, and that's why it was a legal catch. Theismann loves to roll left like that. Look out, somebody behind you, Joe. Look out, Joe. Downfield, and Monk can't get it. Monk cannot get it. Terry Jackson was covering. We have 5:33 left in the quarter. I mentioned that Theismann likes to roll to his left.
Yeah, he likes to roll to his left. He does that very well, and he has so much poise and confidence when he moves, and plus the fact that when he does move, it puts an awful lot of pressure on the defense because they don't know where he's going to throw from the next time he calls a pass and goes back into the pocket.
Phil Tabor was chasing him, couldn't catch him, and that's one of the problems when you play against the Redskins, trying to keep Theismann contained. It's 2nd down and 10. Giants are ahead here, 7-0 first quarter. And the ball at the New York 33. Charlie Brown in motion. Long and incomplete down the middle to the tight end, Rick Walker.
That was a badly thrown ball. I thought Jackie should have put a little bit more touch to it and thrown it up a little higher. He threw it like it was on a trolley line that time, and as a result, he had no way in the world to make an adjustment. He usually doesn't throw the ball that way.
Harry Carson was covering. Theismann trying to keep his hands warm. 3rd down and 10. These Redskins have 4 tight ends, and they use all 4 of them during the course of the game. John Warren, Michael Williams, Rick Walker, and Clint Didier. Theismann is 5 out of 9.
And they like to use 2 at a time in most occasions.
Monk in motion. 3rd down play. There he is. First down to Charlie Brown at the 45 of New York. And Theismann's been good on 3rd down plays. The only thing that has hurt him today was the interception.
Here we see another angle of it from the quarterback's view. Plenty of time to throw the ball, and that's the key. There's the open area in the zone to Charlie Brown, 87, and he's wide open, and they get enough yardage on the play for the first down.
5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Giants. The Redskins on the move. They started at their own 12. Mr. Brown can move, can he?
He can.
Harry Riggins breaking tackles and getting a couple of yards. Curtis McGriff was the tackler for the Giants.
You know, talking to Joe Gibbs yesterday, you know, he sang the praises of Brad Van Pelt, number 10. He said he thought that he was the best run linebacker in the National Football League, which is a great compliment.
I know you didn't share that opinion before he said that, Hank.
I was surprised, yes, because I think Brad's a very fine player, but I didn't really feel that they felt that strongly about his ability to stop the run.
Yeah, he said he was the best he ever saw, or the best in the league against the run. 2nd down and 8. Deep drop by Theismann. Running out of the pocket. There's running room. Keep running, Joe. Now get out of bounds, Joe. And he is short of a first down by about a foot. Lawrence Taylor chased him out. Little wonder he ran out of bounds.
Well, the key when you play the Redskins, you must keep him in the pocket. Here he goes back into the pocket. Tabor rushing to the outside. Then he gets caught inside, you see. He got caught inside, and that's why Joe scampered to the outside. Taylor misses the tackle that forced him out of bounds.
Theismann has a good rushing average, by the way, 3.5 yards, and that's the 19th time he has run this year. Clarence Harmon checks in the offense on 3rd down. 3rd down and short yardage. Fake to Riggins, going for broke. There he is. Monk, 1st and goal. Fumble. Giants have the ball. The Giants have the ball. It was a reception. It was a fumble. And a Giant recovery at their own 3-yard line. Beasley Reese recovered the fumble. Art Monk had caught the ball and then coughed it up. The 2nd turnover by the Redskins.
And it's a good play action pass. Good faking at the point of attack. And there you see him scampering down the field, Art Monk. Jackson makes the tackle, wraps his arms around the ball, jars it loose, and Reese recovers for the New York Giants. They have possession.
And the recovery.
But there you see Jackson doing a good job of getting his arms wrapped around him, knocked the ball loose. And there you see Beasley Reese, number 28, right there to recover the fumble. And now the Giants have possession, 1st and 10.
Well, for the Redskins, 2 turnovers and 1 penalty. For the Giants, no penalties, no turnovers.
We might see something left here.
Left with Carpenter, slanting across the 5, out to the 7-yard line with Neil Okowitz leading the defensive charge, and Dexter Manley also there. And you can see the turnover comparison. The Redskins are +5, the Giants -1. So the Redskins have been very good. And Joe Gibbs said to us yesterday, he said, we can't give them the ball or we won't win.
Well, that's typical of any team, I think, though, Jack. You know, if you give the ball away, you're not going to win. And their team is no different than any other team in the league.
From the 7-yard line, 2nd down, 6. No first down there either. We have 3:10 left in the first quarter with the Giants leading 7-0. Here's the score of another game. Okowitz led that defensive charge as well. The Vikings have caught the Lions 7-7 in the first quarter. It is 3rd down and 4.
You know, one thing when you play the Redskins, you better block Dave Butts, who is 6'7", 295, played his collegiate football at Purdue, but he's a big, strong tackle and does a great job.
Joe Lavender checks in as the 5th defensive back, defending against this pass. Long and incomplete. That ball took off. I wonder how well Bruner is going to throw today with that bad thumb. That ball really took off. Vernon Dean, the rookie, number 32, and Mark Murphy, number 29, was there.
Here comes Perkins off the line of scrimmage. And he had the defensive back turned. Vernon Dean, but he ran right into traffic on the inside. The ball was thrown way over the top. I really don't think the thumb is going to be a problem. At least that's what they indicated before the game.
Dave Jennings punts. Back forward is Nelms. He took it on his 43. He's to midfield. He almost broke out of the pack, and he came down to the Giant 47-yard line. Well, the Redskins are going to have to mount their 3rd drive of this first quarter. The first stopped by an interception, the next stopped by a fumble. They have the ball, 50-yard punt by Dave Jennings, and the ball is at the Giants' 47-yard line. Theismann is 6 out of 10. It's the 3rd time the Redskins have had the ball. Riggins got a nifty 5 yards. Sometimes he looks like he gets nothing, and he ends up with 3 or 4. Lawrence Taylor was there along with Brian Kelly, 2 linebackers in on the tackle.
That time, Jack, they had a tight end over Taylor, number 56. There you see a good picture of it. And he gets a shot at him. Look at the way he throws, gets rid of the tight end and comes to the inside and makes the tackle. Made the tight end look like he was a piece of popcorn, didn't he?
He threw him off like an old top coat. 2nd down and 5. And the pass is caught by the tight end, Rick Walker, and that's well, not quite a first down. Harry Carson there. Bill Courier defensively for the Giants. It really seems strange to see Theismann taking the deep drop that he takes, because all the other quarterbacks we've been watching this year only take that 3 or 4 step drop.
Yeah, they had 3-step drop, 5 and 7-step drop. Here's a good shot of Joe Gibbs calling plays from the sideline, and he's in the middle, and then on each side, one side on the left, he's got Joe Bugle. On the other side, he's got Don Bro, and they signal in the plays from the sideline, and one is hot. One of the 2 coaches is a hot guy, which means that his signals count. The other one giving the signals does not count.
First down at the 37 of the Giants. Riggins to the 34, got 3. We have less than a minute left in the first quarter. Clock running. We're down to 50 seconds. That tackle by Harry Carson. And there's Ray Perkins. He'll be with the Giants through the end of the year, through the playoffs if the Giants make it that far, and then go back home to Alabama.
I think they did a very wise thing, Jack, by making a decision to name a new head coach right at this time, because I don't think it'll affect the way they play with that kind of a scheme.
30 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7. Look out. There he is, Monk. And that's a first down. He caught the ball and went out of bounds inside the 10, covered by Beasley Reese. And was Theismann on the money that time? 20-yard pickup.
He was, and Art Monk just goes right down. Was by Jackson, a double cover, but Beasley Reese had deep outside. He did not get there soon enough, and for that reason, he was able to make. Watch Taylor blitzing on the play. Watch Taylor, and he gives Theismann a shot, but a little bit too late. The ball was caught.
Boy, he is quick, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
It is 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Redskins have stopped themselves twice. Here's Riggins. He got a yard or 2. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. Tackled by Terry Jackson and Curtis McGriff. When we resume, it'll be 2nd and goal for the Redskins. The ball at the New York 7-yard line. We had a 28-yard pass to Johnny Perkins. The only scoring of the first quarter. And the Reds, the New York 7. Theismann looking, and it's batted down, incomplete. Batted down, incomplete by Curtis McGriff. He's 6'5", and he got his hands up. It'll be 3rd and goal. We haven't yet been able to start in on the story of Mark Moseley. And we may, if this play doesn't get into the end zone, have a look at him. He has kicked 18 field goals in a row.
And talking to him yesterday, I talked about the tape that he uses on his foot, on his right foot, and he said that he tapes it with a basket weave, and then has three extra strips of tape in front to make sure that he keeps his ankle locked.
Here's Theismann rolling, looking, running, and did not get in. It's 4th and goal from the 3. Brian Kelly was there to make the tackle.
Moseley also said that he wears 5 stockings on his right foot. 5, Jack.
Well, think of all the gifts he's going to get at Christmas time. He can just hang them up. Well, here he comes, Mark Moseley. He is 15 out of 15 this year. He has kicked 18 in a row. He's trying to close in on Garo Yepremian, who had 20 in a row. And the ball will be held by Theismann, so there's always the possibility of a fake. And this will be a 20-yard attempt. That's 19 in a row. The Redskins are on the board, trailing 7-3 with 14-11 remaining in the first half. Well, over a 2-year period, that's 19 field goals in a row. Back for the Giants, inside the 5-yard line is Butch Woolfolk. Larry Heater is back there with him, along with Dennis. 14-11 remaining in the half. 7-3 the score.
You know, Jeff Hayes is averaging 35 yards a punt, but he's a good kickoff guy, and he's a good athlete. Runs a 40 and 4.6.
Well, that was a neat maneuver by Heater, who let the ball go out of bounds, and now Hayes, who's had an awful lot of trouble since coming back after the strike. They say he was really doing everything perfectly. The strike really threw him off.
Yeah.
Now they'll kick from the 30-yard line. Well, next week, and by the way, if the season were to end today, the 4 teams with seeded berths in the playoffs in the NFC would be Dallas and Washington with records of 5-1. And Green Bay and Atlanta 4-2. That would mean that they would get the home games. They'll all be on CBS next Sunday as we bring you an NFL doubleheader. It begins with the NFL today at 12:30 Eastern. You can check your local listings for the game in your area. So as we get down to the close of the regular season, a very attractive schedule next Sunday on CBS. Now the kickoff from the 30. This one is taken by Woolfolk. 15, 20, 25. Stretches out to the 30-yard line. So the Giants 7-3 go from their own 30 with the tackle by Quentin Lowry. Now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Brent Musburger in New York.
Jack, Minnesota came into this game without Sammy White. They've already lost Ahmad Rashad, so Tommy Kramer looks elsewhere. Terry LeCount, 15-yard touchdown. The Lions and the Vikes are tied at 7. Back to Jack Bucks.
A little bit of rain starting to fall here. And it may turn to snow. We don't need that, do we?
I wouldn't think so.
Tailback Woolfolk got about 4 yards. See Billy Ard, the left guard, leading the way. Dexter Manley and Darrell Grant were there defensively.
Talking to Richie Pettibone yesterday, the defensive coordinator for the Washington Redskins, he said we definitely have to, number one, stop the run. If we can force them to throw the ball, we've got a good chance. So far, they've thrown the ball very well. 1 touchdown pass to Perkins. They gave him they've given him a 7-3-point lead at this time.
Nothing doing this time with Carpenter. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Wrestled down by Manley. Boy, he is something. This is only his 3rd year. He's out of Oklahoma. And he really comes off the ball. He is quick. We have 13 minutes left in the half, and here's a 3rd down play for the Giants. Look in the first quarter. The Redskins had the ball most of the time. 3 wide receivers, including John Missler. And out of the shotgun, Bruner. Whoop, a one-handed grab. Look out. Down he goes. He is sacked by Malott, the linebacker. He was blitzing, came roaring in and knocked him off his pins. And now it's snowing here.
snap. He makes a one-handed catch, just like a baseball player. And watch Malott, number 57. Here he comes, high. Did not permit him to throw the ball, made the tackle. And number 51, Monty Coleman, is also blitzing on the play.
Look at the snow come down as Dave Jennings punts for the second time.
Well, Perkins said he hopes it snows, and he's got his wish.
Jennings did a good job on a low snap and not too good a kick. And Nelms takes it, and he is brought down immediately at his 36-yard line. Redskins trailing 7-3 are in a good spot to move. Larry Flowers, number 37, down to make the tackle. 12:04 left in the half. 38-yard punt. Right on the De Niro with his forecast. And they say it may be heavy snow before the afternoon is over. From the 37 of Washington. First down pass by Joe Theismann. He can move.
Look at Taylor.
Taylor caught him from behind and pulled him down with one hand.
Boy, that Taylor is something. It looked like he was going to escape.
He got away from McGriff.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to escape to the outside, but before long, there you saw number 56. He put the hook on him and brought him down with a one-arm, one-handed tackle.
Out to the 40, second down and 7.
One thing when it starts to snow or rain like this, it's snowing now, but I think one thing that's very important, you want to throw and take advantage of the situation as much as you can early before it gets so bad that you can't throw later in the game, Jack.
And this field is going to get torn up if any amount of snow falls at all. Theismann is 9 out of 14. Screens it left. Tight end has it. That's Don Warren, and the Giants covered it very well. It's going to be 3rd and long, and Lawrence Taylor tripped him up.
And that time they had a blitz with Brad Van Pelt, number 10, coming, and he did a good job in the back who was trying to block him that time. He really gave him a good thump and got good penetration.
I'm glad it's 3rd and 6 now. I'm glad that people are looking at what we're looking at. They think we're lying about Lawrence Taylor.
Well, I guarantee you people who play against him say he's for real. No question about that. He's something.
Clarence Harmon comes into the backfield for the Redskins with 10.5 minutes left in the half. Virgil C. is the wide receiver. Try and show the blitz. 4-man rush. Pass is thrown incomplete to Monk. It would have been short of a first down by about a yard. And the Redskins are going to have to punt.
Yeah, I can't understand that. He was coming across and had a good position to see where the chains were. You would think he would go deep enough to make sure that in the event he made the catch, it would be a first down. Had he made the catch, they still would have had the punt.
The kicker is Jeff Hayes. His average is only 35 plus. This is his first kick of the day, and there's Leon Bright, who had a wonderful afternoon against the Philadelphia Eagles. He returned 9 for 143 yards.
We still haven't seen him signal for the fair catch. We might see it here.
Not this time.
Nope.
He took a chance, but came out to the 30-yard line, and he paid for those 3 yards. He really got popped. So the Giants, who have the lead 7-3, 10-13 left in the half, get the... Well, it won't be snowing on Christmas Day in Montgomery, Alabama, and CBS has the Blue-Gray game for you. Quite a few outstanding quarterbacks have come out of that game and into the NFL. Bart Starr, Fran Tarkenton, Norm Snead, Lenny Dawson, Steve Grogan, Tommy Kramer. Blue team coach by Jack Elway of San Jose State. Jackie Sherrill of Texas A&M will match wits with him. From the 30. The pass was thrown behind the intended receiver, Johnny Perkins, who has the only touchdown of the afternoon. So Christmas Day, when you're ensconced comfortably in your home, tune in the Blue-Gray game on CBS. What's happening elsewhere? As we have 10:09 left in the half here, the Eagles add to the woes of the Oilers, 14-0 second quarter. And Cleveland hangs on 3-0 second quarter over the Steelers. Still tied, the Vikings and the Lions 7-7 second quarter.
A lot of room on this. Excuse me, Jack. A lot of room on this left side here.
And the running play is good for about 4 yards.
Interesting, Jack. Some of the players, especially the receivers, are using snorkel gloves, which are a little bit different than the golf gloves that most receivers use. And the great thing, the advantage with a snorkel glove is the fact that they do not get wet inside. They keep your hand warm, and the moisture does not penetrate the glove, and for that reason, they're a little bit more effective.
Carpenter picked up 4 yards. 3rd and 6. 9:35 left in the half. Out of the shotgun. blitz is on. They picked up the blitz, and Gray caught it for a first down. What a tough catch. What a tough catch over the coverage of the rookie, Vernon Dean, number 32.
It'd have been a tough catch, Jack, had he thrown it high, but he threw it right at the numbers. He makes the inside break. Watch where the ball is thrown. He does a good job, catches it against his chest. A beautiful play, as you mentioned, and Vernon Dean, number 32, the rookie, makes the catch, makes the tackle.
Out to the 47-yard line. 13-yard pickup and a first down.
I would think they'd throw a little bit more on Dean over here as a rookie.
He's looking over there now. Bruner throws, and Perkins had to go through his hands, through his gloves.
Through a snorkel glove. He just got through talking about that.
Tony Peters was there covering. He's the strong safety, number 23 of Washington. They tell me, by the way, that Peters is a clone of Kenny Houston. You never know where you're going to find him. He lines up as a linebacker frequently.
Watch this. He's trying to find the open spot between the linebackers and the defensive back. Here you see it. He's high, but he should have caught the ball. Went right through.
Either you or I would have caught that one.
Well, you would have caught it, Jack.
Second down and 10. 8:43 left in the half. Perkins in motion. Runner on a delay to Woolfolk, and that's a first down carry by the youngster out of Michigan. The number 1 pick for the Giants, and he has really made it in big style. Mark Murphy was there to make the tackle, number 29, along with Larry Cuban, the middle linebacker.
Here we see the draw play and a draw trap with the left guard pulling on the play, and he does a good job of trapping. The runner gets through there. Woolfolk in good shape and picks up a nice gain on the play.
They measure for a first down, and it is a first down by about an inch. The old peepers are working today, aren't they?
Yeah, that carrot juice for breakfast, did it, Jack?
Brent Musburger and Irv Cross are going to be joining us at halftime. We'll have scores and highlights for you. Scores of other games, and they'll have quite a few by the time we join them. Another first down for the Giants. At the Washington 43. There's heavy hitting in there that time, and a 2-yard gain. Neil Olkowitz made the tackle. Now for an NFL Today report, let's go to Brent Musburger, New York. Take it away, Brent.
Jack, the Lions have lost James Hunter, potential serious injury. The Vikings go to work on that corner. They run a slant into Leo Lewis. Second touchdown pass of the day by Kramer. They're up by 7. Back to Jack.
Second down and 8 at the Washington 41. 7:45 left in the half. And it's leading 7-3. Bruner tried to thread the needle, and it was incomplete. It'll be third down and 8 as he tried to get the ball out to Tom Mulledy, the tight end. We haven't yet seen Floyd Eddings, the rookie receiver who burned it up last week.
I'm sure we will see him. In fact, talking to Perkins yesterday, he indicated that he might start him in this game, Jack.
That's what he said, and then he said, unless somebody overrules me. Evidently somebody did.
Evidently that happened.
It's third down and 8 from the 41. Yes, it's true. He said, I want to start him today, but he didn't start him. 7:36 left in the half. Bruner is 4 out of 8, 1 touchdown.
They take out Olkowitz on their 5 alignment defense, 5 backs, and bring in Coleman.
He airs it out, and a flag is down. It looks like it's going to be interference. Perkins was trying to get into the end zone. Jarris White kept changing directions on him and cut him off. And I think that's the reason the flag came down. I think it's against the defense. No, it's against the Giants. That's what the players are indicating. Huh. That was a third down play. They're going to decline the play and take whatever comes next. They'll decline the penalty and take it right at the 41 and have Jennings punt. He'll try to get it out of bounds.
Offensive pass interference, number 85. Lost it down.
The call was against John Missler, and that was away from where the ball was thrown. But he was in the vicinity. And now here's Jennings kicking to Mike Nelms. They're trying to keep the ball away from him.
And he's averaging 45.6. What a great punter Dave is.
Riggins for the right sidelines. Nelms lets it bounce, and it goes into the end zone. Touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. Jennings disappointed that the ball didn't roll dead for him here on this grass field. 7:20. Well, a very wet snow continues to fall. We need a windshield wiper on our camera. The ball's at the 20-yard line, and Riggins carries for about 2 or 3. Riggins fumbled last week in the game against the St. Louis Cardinals after carrying for almost 300 times without a fumble. Well, if the season were to end today, the 4 teams with seeded berths in the playoffs would be Dallas and Washington and Green Bay and Atlanta, and they'll all be on CBS next Sunday. Giants at St. Louis, Green Bay at Atlanta, 49ers at Kansas City. And the doubleheader games, Philadelphia at Dallas, or the game at New Orleans. Washington playing there. Theismann dumps it off short to Riggins. He is shy of a first down, and it takes 3 people to take him to the turf.
And the defense really responded well. The linebackers converged on him. It looked like he was going to get a lot more yardage out of that play than he actually did.
John Riggins becomes the 8th player to go over 8,000 yards during his career. Boy, he is something. And remember, he sat out 1 year. He just become the 8th man in National Football League history to rush for over 8,000 yards. And he gets a big hand as he comes out.
Of the center for Bill Neal, number 64, and in the event they have a problem, they'll move Tabor, number 80, from right end to the nose position if that scheme doesn't work.
Well, let's see what kind of forward progress they gave him on 3rd down. It becomes 4th down, and the Redskins are going to punt. So we have a punting game going here as the defensive units hold forth with 5.5 left in the half. And the Giants should be in pretty good shape when they get the ball. The punter is Jeff Hayes. His last kick was only 33 yards. Back to get it, Leon Bright inside his 35. This one's not too hot either. And Bright takes it on the 35, and he is buried.
Yeah, he hit that one on the outside of his foot to see where it slid off, Jack, and where it spiraled. He did not hit it good at all.
Quentin Lowry downfield along with Peter Cronin for the Redskins to make the tackle. 37-yard punt. 5 minutes left in the half. Merry Christmas from CBS Sports, and it's pleasant to talk about the Sun Bowl on Christmas Day and a terrific matchup with North Carolina and Texas. We saw that quarterback from Texas, Robert Brewer, break 4 school season passing records last year, and again this year he's added to his laurels. And Kelvin Bryant, the tailback of North Carolina, is the big man. Here's the running play to Woolfolk, and he has to struggle to get a yard. Rich Malott, the tackler. There is the rookie sensation of a week ago, Floyd Eddings out of California. He's in the lineup now for the Giants. And it's 2nd down and 10.
It wouldn't be, the way he ran last week and as fast as he is, I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him run some kind of a reverse here this afternoon if they get the right field position.
You can see that the snow has lessened a little bit, but it's the kind of a snowfall that appears to have the ability to grow in intensity. The Cardinals jump in front of the Bears 7-0. Look out! Look out! Down he goes on a sack-up runner led by Rich Malott. That's the 2nd time. Number 57 has gotten in there, and he had the help of Dave Butts.
And he's a good linebacker, 6'4", 237, played at Penn State. They like him very much. Watch him, number 57. Here he comes. And the guard was supposed to block him. He did not. He got penetration and got to the quarterback in good shape. Richard Malott, number 57.
Ball at the Giants' 27-yard line. 5 extra backs, including Joe Lavender, in there. It's 3rd down and 20. The blitz is on. Murphy coming after him. He was knocked off his path, and the ball is dropped by Eddings. Well, that's the one thing we didn't see him do last week. The ball thrown behind him a little bit. Jarris White was covering.
Yeah, in all fairness to the kid, I think, watch him. He goes down to the outside, number 88, and he makes an inside move, but the ball is thrown to the outside. And with the field the way it is, it was very tough for him to make that adjustment.
Mark Murphy was blitzing. Somebody knocked him cuckoo.
Oh, did they pick him up? It looked like he spun him all the way over the top of the offensive line.
Here's the fourth punt of the day for Dave Jennings. And back to get it. Mike Nelms inside his 35. And now that's delay of game. Evidently, the Giants were a little fearful of the way the Redskins had lined up. Jennings thinks that's crazy to have something like that happen. He was ready to kick.
They were jumping around and trying to confuse the blocking assignments, Jack, like most teams in the league do. And for that reason, they wanted to make sure. They didn't want to take a chance of missing an assignment and maybe having a guy come through there on a leak and block the kick.
3:45 left in the half.
Delay offense.
Now the line of scrimmage is the Giants' 27, and it's 4th and 25.
I tell you, Jack, with everybody having a specialty team coach, they come up with new ways to rush the kicker and new schemes every week, and you have to be well prepared and make sure you do it right.
Jennings' average for the year is 45 yards per kick. This one's not so hot. He gets a pretty good bounce on it, and it goes out of bounds inside the Redskin 45, but they'll be in good shape with 3:36 left in the half. They trail 7-3, and they get the ball back. We've had an exchange of punts. And I think the big reason for it, Hank, is that the first 2 times they had the ball with an interception, a fumble, and they got the 20-yard field goal. But the last 2 times, they've been unable to get a first down. They have it with 3:36 left in the half, and the score is 7-3 Giants. The ball at the Washington 44. Washington in the backfield. And Pelt is after Theismann. It's intercepted by Kelly, his second of the day. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. Brian Kelly, having no interceptions before today, comes up with his second of the afternoon, and little Joe Washington tackled him.
Brad Van Pelt, number 10, blitzed on the play. Watch him come into the picture. There he comes. Right about the time Joe threw the ball, and Brian Kelly plucked it right out of the air, and is finally tackled there by Joe Washington, 25, but the Giants have excellent field position on about the plus 35.
Kelly gets the glad hand along the sideline, and the Giants try to get rolling. 14-yard return.
I would think they'd work more on the right corner over here, Jack. Vernon Dean.
The blitz is on, and Bruner unloaded, but incomplete. They all read it. Bruner read it, and the wide receiver, Ernest Gray, also read it, but the throw was poor. Who was that, Murphy coming up the middle?
I was watching Vernon Dean. He was very loose on the play, and it looked like that's where they could throw the ball. They did. Here we see it.
Let's see who comes right down the middle. Right down the middle of the ramp. Yeah, that's Murphy.
Murphy, the safety blitz.
He had a free shot at him, too, didn't it?
He certainly did.
Murphy, by the way, is their center fielder back there.
But the Giants ought to be able to do a lot of business over on this side, Jack.
Second down, and Woolfolk runs into trouble, and he lost a yard. Dexter Manley latched onto him and wouldn't turn him loose. And then Olkowitz helped out. Look at the snow coming down. The fans were prepared because the weatherman had forecast this.
We might need a sleigh to get out to the airport.
By the way, on CBS Radio tomorrow night, we've got Cincinnati and San Diego. That'll be a good one.
That ought to be a great game. I saw Cincinnati early in preseason, but I haven't seen him since, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see how much they've progressed. They're a very good football team.
Joe Lavender checks in defensively, the 5th back. Close-up look at Scott Bruner. He's 0 for 5. 3rd and 11.
Boy, look at the room over here on this side.
He's throwing to this side, and it is broken up at the last moment. Broken up by the rookie Vernon Dean from San Diego Ohio State. You ask him what he has learned most this year. What did he say?
Well, he said that the experience of playing every week has helped him tremendously. He's got a long way to go, but he's come along good. He's a very good tackler, but the ball was up in the air too long, and he didn't bring him back for the ball. It was an outside move, Jack, and he should have brought the receiver back away from the defensive back. He didn't, and as a result, it was almost intercepted. A good play by Vernon Dean.
So after the interception by Kelly, the Giants aren't even close enough. Look out! And what a great job Jennings did. What a great job. And it's batted back, and that is going to count as it stands right there. What a fine defensive play that was down on the goal line.
Larry Flowers, number 37.
He kept his feet in the playing field, that is away from the end zone, and batted the ball back. As long as you don't bat the ball forward, you're all right in this game. And what a fine job Jennings did of avoiding the rush. He stepped right between the rushers.
It was a low snap, got through his hands, and the rushers went right beyond the kicker. Had they gone in front of, they'd have blocked it. They took the bad angle, and you see it so much of the time, Jack, but that's what happened on the play.
Jennings had a lot of guts to go ahead and kick the ball, didn't he?
Well, he surely did, yeah, and he made a beautiful kick.
The ball is at the 9-yard line of the Redskins. Here comes Riggins trying to get him out of trouble. Look who's got him. Look who's got him. LT. Along with Jim Burt, who's playing the nose guard now. We're coming down to the 2-minute warning. We'll get that before we have any more plays run. Giants have the 7-3 lead, and the second quarter has turned into a punting duel. The defense was brought to you by the National Football League. There have already been 7 punts in this game, and it's 2nd down and 13 for the Redskins at their own 7. Oh, he was hit as he threw, and it's caught, and with the ball was Charlie Brown trying to get the first down. He didn't. He's short by 4 or 5 yards. Terry Jackson wrestled him out of bounds.
Here we see Charlie Brown.
On again.
Yeah, Charlie Brown just runs a hitch pattern, a hitch in front of the defensive back.
And watch what was happening to Joe Theismann back at the other end.
And watch Joseph go back into the pocket and get a shot. Watch this. He steps to his left, and right about the time he delivers the ball, he gets a shot from
LT.
154
left in the half. 3rd down and 5, and that is a reception and a first down. A good job by Theismann to Art Monk. First down.
I think it's very wise. Here we see a replay of it, another shot of it. He looks down the middle and then throws outside, low and outside, and Art Monk makes the catch, and it's good enough for the first down.
Terry Jackson could do very little about that throw out to the Washington 21.
It was like a baseball pitch, low and outside, Jack.
Low and away, you can't hit it if you can catch it. And it is picked off. Racing with it is Terry Jackson, his 4th of the year. The 3rd time they picked off Theismann today. 3 interceptions for the Giants, who came into the game with only 6 for the year. They tried to get the ball to Virgil C., number 80.
Here's another shot of it. Taylor blitzing again on the outside, but it's not a factor. He just throws the ball into too many blue shirts, Jack.
Was tipped by Carson and caught by Jackson.
And Jackson does a good job of running back and getting as much yardage out of the play as he possibly can. But he just threw the ball poorly into too much traffic.
Ball is at the Washington 25-yard line.
You might see him run something to the left if they run here, Jack, from the slot formation. Here it is.
And good yards down inside the 20-yard line with Carpenter. Now we have less than a minute. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. I don't know. And in the turnovers, Washington 4, a fumble and 3 interceptions, and the Giants none.
And Joe Gibbs said we cannot turn the ball over and win, and so far they have 4.
The reason the Giants aren't stopping the clock, they want to score here and leave no time for the Redskins. There's Woolfolk. He is short of a first down on the 2nd down carry. It'll be 3rd and about 2 with Mel Kaufman tackling him that time. Now we have 34 seconds left in the half, and the Giants use one of their timeouts. So they have 2 left. figure out on the sideline with Ray Perkins wearing the headset. Scott Bruner, the quarterback. And coming up at halftime, Brendan Erb will have scores and highlights, and you'll also see a feature on Herb Cross Legends of the Game on Raymond Berry. Brother, he could do it, couldn't he?
You know, funny thing, Jack, years ago when I was in the service, I used to work out at Paris, Texas with the high school team. The name of the high school coach was Raymond Berry, and a little boy running around the sideline chasing balls
Same
was
name.
young Raymond. Yes.
He came on to be one of the greats in the game. The last 5 possessions, they've been forced to punt. And the Giants would like to come away with something to add to their 7-3 lead with 34 seconds left in the half. Now, that's the most turnovers this season by the Redskins, a total of 4 thus far.
We just saw a good picture of Ray Perkins on the sideline, and talking about his going to Alabama. He said yesterday, he said, you know, I just can't understand why people are so concerned about me leaving the Giants to go to Alabama. I'm going home.
He said, can't people comprehend that? He said, I am going home.
He said money isn't everything. He said that the happiness is, and he feels good about the fact that he's going back to where he went to school.
By the way, I asked him, I said, would you have gone anyplace else? Michigan, Ohio State, Notre Dame? He said, no, sir. This would be the only place I'd have gone. It is 3rd down. The extra back is in for Washington. 3rd down and 4, and that's a first down, and it's 1st and goal. He hit Floyd Eddings. Eddings catches his first of the day. Tony Peters tackled him, and they stopped the clock with 27 seconds left in the half.
Eddings goes in motion.
Sneaky little guy, isn't he?
Well, he gets a shot. He gets a shot coming across, but he maintained his balance. Lavender is trying to cover. He's a 5th defensive back. And look at the shot, and he kept possession of the football. A great play. A great play by Floyd Eddings.
And a big hit by Tony Peters. And now the Giants have 1 timeout remaining. And they have a 1st and goal at the 5. 1st and goal at the 5 with 27 seconds left in the half. Well, we knew that Eddings' kid would be a force in this game after watching him last week, didn't we?
Yeah, you have to feel that, you know, a youngster who made such a dramatic showing last week would come back this week with a lot more confidence, a lot more poise, and be more of a factor, just like he was last week.
You can see the heavy snow, steady snow, still falling. And the field is not going to be in very good shape by the time this affair is concluded. 27 seconds left in the half. And of course, the center can get a dry football simply by asking the umpire for it. And the officials do the best they can.
Well, the Giants so far have done a good job pass protecting, Jack. They haven't had a whole lot of pressure.
1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Carpenter's in the backfield. Woolfolk is on a wing, and he's dangerous out there. He can throw the ball. He goes in motion. Brunner looks into the end zone, and it is incomplete. There was good coverage by Jarris White as the ball was thrown for Ernest Gray. Gray's a big guy at 6'3", and he was running down the back line of the end zone.
Jarris White, number 45, covering on the play. There was a lot of traffic there, Jack. They flooded the area. They had 3 people on the right side, nobody at all on the left side, and boy, that's a tough throw.
22 seconds left in the half. Giants leading 7-3. They have 1 timeout left.
You might see something on the left side here with Vernon Dean, the right cornerback, covering Gray 1-for-1.
Brunner back, looking, throwing quickly, and it's batted incomplete. Somebody got a hand on it as it was intended for Eddings. Jarris White got a flag,
There's a flag
hand on it, and there is a flag. A flag has been thrown. Interference against the Redskins. 1st down. If it was in the end zone, and it was, they marked the ball at the 1-yard line. It's interference against the Redskins, and it'll be 1st and goal with 18 seconds remaining in the half.
And they had single coverage on the outside receivers, Jack. And White covering man for man. It looked like he might have been the one they called pass interference on.
Jarris White on the corner. Now, first and goal. They still have a timeout left, so they can afford to run the ball. Talking about the Giants with Carpenter or Woolfolk. Woolfolk dives to the goal line and touchdown. Touchdown for the Giants, their second of the day. Well, the Redskins just have done too many things wrong here in the first half, and that last turnover cost them 6 and maybe 7 points. And the interception by Jackson.
Nothing fancy. This is what you like to see. They come off the ball in pretty good shape. He got his hat into the crack that time and pushed it right into the end zone for the touchdown.
His second rushing touchdown of the year for the rookie out of Michigan, Butch Woolfolk. Bruner holding. Extra point tried to Nello. He's missed a couple this year, but he's made 2 today. 25 yards after the interception by Jackson. 5 plays, 51 seconds, and Woolfolk the TD. Danilo hits a screamer. And it is picked up on the 15-yard line by Wansley. Whoa, he got popped shy of the 30-yard line, and 8 seconds show on the clock. And the Redskins will have time to air it out one time. Joe McLaughlin, the linebacker downfield, to make the tackle. Well, the fans here aren't very happy, are they? Redskin fans aren't thrilled with the way their team has been playing. The Redskins, they say, have the capacity of bringing out the worst in the other team.
Yeah, they've won 73% of their games at home. Talking about the Redskins.
They're ordinarily very difficult to beat here at RFK Stadium. Motion by Monk. Theismann throws a screen. Washington has it. And the half is, well, is it over? The clock says 1 second left. He was bumped out of bounds by Harry Carson. And there's still 1 second left on the clock as Washington brought it out to the 33-yard line.
You know, they play so much with tight ends and 3 receivers. Joe Washington has only carried the ball 13 times, Jack, for 56 yards, 4-point average, but averages only 2 carries a game.
Well, barring a penalty, one more snap of the ball, and we'll be at halftime. Theismann threw it as far as he could. Look at all those Giants.
About this team, Jack, I really think that the coaching staff